Have you ever been in that season where one door clearly closes, and sometimes very unexpectedly, and you see another door and you're about to walk through, and there's that pit of the stomach, kind of want to puke, kind of excited, kind of awesome. Okay, maybe you didn't want to puke, but some days I feel like that. The nervousness and the anxiety. I wanted to invite you to join watching the journey of walking through that new door, that new opportunity, and really building something, a new evolution, and building from the ground up. I'm Rebecca Tabor, if you didn't know, and I have the honor of having owned a brick and mortar fitness business for the last decade. And I've had the honor of recreating myself a couple of times. It's not all meant for this video, but I went from corporate America. During that time, I completely transformed my life. I was a woman who was a high achiever in so many different aspects of a life, but was going through a season of a very difficult time personally, and was battling, and when my son was super young during that time, and as a single mom, and started battling with an eating disorder, was already battling with weight, but it turned into an eating disorder, and I completely transformed my life. Through that, my ability to focus and perform in the corporate world took on a new level of, I'll call it greatness, effort, whatever it took, it paid off. And I ended up in a very comfy position in Orange County. And then about 11 years ago, I took a huge leap of faith because that door was kind of closing. The company that I was working with at the time was selling off our entire division and gave me a little bit of a buffer parachute package to stay on and help them finish it off. So I thought, I had this passion because I knew what becoming healthy and fit had done for me. It was not, I ended up with a body I never expected. I ended up doing figure competitions, training myself both on nutrition and training. After seasons of getting support and accountability and a coach and all that kind of stuff, I really competed with what I had learned just through self-study and what have you. But the bigger transformation was my mindset and my mental well-being. And so having combined all of that, putting it together and working on it consistently over time, about 8 years into my transformation is when all this started happening with corporate. And with that, I took that season as maybe I'll go into fitness just part-time on the side, because I was so passionate about being able to change other women's life. I wanted to be able to help women understand their value, their worth. I know what it feels like to feel uncomfortable in your own skin. I know what it feels like to walk into a closet and have two sides of the closet that fits now and you hide in, and the side of the closet that haunts you because you want so badly to get back there. But the idea of it is overwhelming. I know what it feels like to be a single mom and take care of your kid and do the best you can at work and everything else. And then when everything else is off, struggle with emotional eating or binge eating, or for me, it turned into an eating disorder. I know what it feels like to be overwhelmed and depressed and not want to get out of bed and all of those things, and health and fitness and understanding, recognizing the thoughts and what the real struggle was and the stories that I was telling myself that put me in that place, right? And then I can continue to believe. When I started to recognize that and reprogram it and understand how important that was, my life completely forever transformed. And I ended up excelling further beyond I had ever imagined in corporate America without a college degree. I busted tail and, individualized certifications for that specific field and self-study and, leadership and all the things and whatever. But I ended up in a very comfy position in Orange County and took an opportunity to take another leap of faith because that passion, understanding what it had done for me, I wanted to do that for other women. I wanted to save other women from some of the suffering and struggle that I experienced, not understanding my value, not understanding my worth, trying all the fad diets and only feeling worse, not seeing results or seeing results that were short-lived, and truly help them understand how to live a healthy and fit life. Because what I had come to understand is that each and individual person is created on purpose with a greater purpose. In order for us to live out our greatest purpose, however, we have to be at our best. In order to be at our best, the foundation of that is health and fitness. And the foundation of health and fitness is there because we want to give our best. We crave to give our best, especially those of us that are high performers. We want to give our best to our jobs. We want to give our best to our friends, our community, our families, right? But in order to give our best, we have to be at our best, and that is centered on health and fitness. So I took this leap of faith 11 years ago and went full on, a massive leap of faith to go into the fitness industry full time. I then ended up, after a year in Orange County doing personal training, I ended up opening my own business, and we've had I say we because I have an amazing team that has been, some have been with me for a really, really long time, but every single person that's been a part of the team or we've been honored to help has played a role in this journey. And we had an amazing journey for 10 years with a physical location. And that is now, that door is closing and another one is opening. And what I realize is there has been so much growth in each iteration. And I do a lot of journaling, which maybe sometime that will be a book, but today's media platform is here. And why not invite you guys in on a more consistent basis and following the journey? What does it take to take this next leap of faith? What are the emotions behind it? What are the factors behind it? What are the things that happen? There is so much that happens behind the scenes you would never even imagine. I know a lot of times, even today, people will say, you're so strong, Rebecca, your faith, you're this, that, the other. First of all, I have come this far because I choose to come this far, right? But I have my moments of weakness. I have my moments of doubt. But the reason, any strength that anyone sees in me is because of all the things that I've experienced, and I've chosen to grow through them. I've chosen to see them with a different perspective. I've chosen to do all the things, and that's what I'm gonna share with everyone as I go through this journey. So how can you follow the journey? Quite simple. Just follow on, I'm gonna do a lot more of it, almost like a blog format on YouTube and through stories. And so follow me there. It's Rebecca Tabor on any, all of them. So as we close this physical location, what I'm really excited about and lit up about is creating an online program like no one has ever seen before. And I know you're probably thinking, or some of you might be thinking, yeah, right, online's been around forever. It has. And you know what? Online fitness has not worked. I started out that way too. But it wasn't sustainable for me because there wasn't anybody there giving me the support and the accountability and the how-to, right? And we're keeping this real. So it's perfect because this whole vlog is just gonna be what's actually happening. So the support and the accountability wasn't there. And so when we created this in-person location, that was the heart and soul of it. Come on, Stevie, perfect in our imperfections. You're good. That's Stevie. Say hi. The goal was to create that connection and create that environment because I understood what it meant to walk into a physical facility, feel uncomfortable in our own skin. I understood what it was like to not have anyone in my personal space. You can go ahead and do whatever, you're good. In our personal space, not have someone in my personal space that was had my back, was in my corner for this aspect of my life. And I wanted to create and build that community, and we've done it, and we've done really well at it. That is one of the things that I can truly tell you that over the last 10 years we have cultivated is support, accountability, connections, equipping and empowering women. Over the last 10 years, we have had the honor to help thousands, and we've helped hundreds of those thousands truly transform not just their life, but the life for their family, and what then will impact their generations and legacy for generations to come. It's amazing, and I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to do that. Now, given today's environment, it's become very clear that my next step is to meet women where they're at, which is at the home. So how do you make a home program that's actually effective? Well, we've always had good workouts. We've always had the support and see, perfect in our imperfections. An alarm came up. We've always had the teaching and element of nutrition, and we've always provided support and accountability. But now in this new online program, the reason it's going to be so set apart is because we've had the good components of the workouts. We've had the good components of teaching women how to, and we've helped a lot of men too, but we do have a heart for equipping and empowering women. We've taught the nutrition and all that. Now I get to actually focus on the mindset, which I've sprinkled in the past, but now on this new program, I get to get really intentional about the mindset. What has made me so strong in mind to be able to look at this not as a loss. Yes, there's sadness, there is some loss involved, but I can truly look with excitement of what is ahead because I know that every single step of faith I've taken has led to the right direction, because I know how to build in the tools that help me stay focused, that help stay driven, look for the opportunities, look for the open windows is what I meant to see, and have the strength and the courage and kind of the gut, know when to follow what, right? And I truly know that this is the best way. So for me, it's the same goal, same mission. It's just this is now the most effective vehicle in which to have the greatest impact with women, and that is to build this online community. So with this online community, we get to bring it all together. The coaching of the mindset, the actual practical habits of how to live this out, in addition to the workouts, in addition to the nutrition guidance and understanding that we're talking about, we don't do fad diets and all that kind of stuff, just teaching what is nutrition, all the things. Anyway, too much for this video at this moment, but even if you're not part of the coaching program, there's so much power in watching the journey and watching the growth and watching the ups and downs and the pitfalls and all the things. So this is going to turn into more of a video vlog, I guess, so that you can watch the journey and follow along and hopefully get some encouragement, some inspiration along the way and see the process, right? What creates the strength? And who knows, like, I believe this will be the best online community program created in the country, maybe the world, we'll see. But you get to watch the journey. So stay tuned, follow on YouTube, the stories for Facebook and Instagram, and we'll start there. And of course, at some point in time, you wanna join an amazing tribe of women that are fiercely supportive of each other, committed to becoming the next best version of ourselves, and being able to do that 100% online, focusing on not just workouts, not just nutrition, but the actual support and coaching that goes along with creating a solid foundation in mind, body, and spirit. Then of course you can always message me about that too. Talk soon, guys. Bye.